vibrations in all directions. Reflection, a bouncing sound wave. Resonance, a borrowed vibration. Amplitude, the strength of a wave. Frequency, number of waves per second. Period, time of one wave's passing. Wavelength, distance from quest to quest. Rarefaction, molecules pulled apart. Compression, molecules pushed together. Fundamental, lowest frequency. Harmonic, another word of the mouth. Larynx holds humus sound source, and syrinx holds sound source of birds. Loop, moving portion of a wave. Node, point of no motion. Antinode, point of greatest motion. Otolith, balancing stone. Ossicle, conducting bone. Auricle, sound gathering cartilage. Outer ear, sound is gathered. Middle ear, sound is amplified. Inner ear, sound becomes nerve impulse. Eardrum, ear movement to membrane movement. Malleus, membrane movement to bone movement. Oval window, bone movement to liquid movement. Ecology, the study of environmental relationships. Biosphere, layer of living matter on Earth. Nike, a manner of life. Alkali, base. Lithosphere, solid part of Earth. Limestone, part of calcium cycle. Second order consumer, a snake. A decomposer, mushroom. Parasite, athlete's foot, fungi. Amylase, converts starches to simple sugars. Gene, carrier of trait. Genotype, trait, formula. Gamete, productive cell. Nucleotide, DNA units. Double helix, shape of DNA molecule. Polymer, chain of molecules. Mitosis, cell division. Replication, making copies. Mutation, change in genetic makeup. Ectoderm, outer layer of cells. Blastomeres, daughter cells. Zygote, fertilized egg cell. Radicle, embryonic root. Coleoptile, covers young shoots. Testa, outer seed coat. Stamen, male reproductive organs. Stigma, flattened top of pistil, and corolla, all the petals. Solvent, a liquid that can dissolve another substance. Solute, a substance that is dissolved in a solvent to make a solution. Solution, a mixture having similar properties throughout. Saturated solution, a solution containing the maximum of a solute. In supersaturated solution, a solution that has cooled from a saturated solution. Solubility, the ability of a substance to be dissolved. Biochemistry, the chemistry of living things. Amalgam, alloy of mercury and one or more metals. Alloy, a mixture of two or more metals. Osmosis, passing of a fluid through a permeable membrane. Absorption, a substance is taken in and held. Adsorption, a substance clings to the surface of another substance. Colloid, a gelatinous substance, a very small particle suspended in another material. Crystalloid, a substance in solution diffusing through a membrane. Diffusion, the passing of solutions through membranes. Catalyst, a material that speeds up a chemical reaction. Emulsion, a mixture of liquids that do not dissolve in each other. Tyndall effect, a property of a colloidal suspension. Peristalsis, wave-like muscular movement. Pylorus, opening between stomach and intestine. Pancreas secretes enzymes. Crazy, which you are. F, the grade you're gonna get. I am now studying for my history exam. The farmers of the Old Southwest were cotton farmers. After what battle did Indians cease to become a problem? The Tippecanoe. What settled slavery question in Louisiana Purchase? the Missouri Compromise. Inns are stopping places for the coaches. Turnpikes were built and owned by private companies. They collect tolls or fees at regular intervals. Canals were man-made waterways that connect regular bodies of water. Towpaths, a path along canals where horses walk and pull the boats with ropes. National Road was built in 1811 by our government through the Appalachian Mountains to connect the East and the West. Locks were part of canals. Hold it. Big enough for canal boats to enter that raises water to the proper level. Railroads was first built by Peter Cooper in 1829. Tom Thumb was the first engine in America. The telegraph was built by Morse and was means of communication. A flatboat pushed with poles or pulled by horses, and a steamboat ran by steam with turn paddles. The most successful transportation invention was the railroad. The most successful communication was the telegraph. Maine was a free state. Morse invented the telegraph. Fulton invented Clermont, the steamboat. Fitch made the first steamboat. D.Y. Clinton put a spade into the earth to show the digging of the Erie Canal and poured water from the Erie Canal to show the link of the Great Lakes. And the leader of New Democratic Party in 1824 was Jackson, and another name for a protective tariff in 1828 was the abomination. Henry Clay was a senator from Kentucky that spoke out against Great Britain and suggested war in the War of 1812. Calhoun was the vice president of the United States and spoke against heavy taxes and states' rights. Webster defended the Supreme Court and said the Supreme Court should decide the laws. Jackson was the president in about 1824, and he defeated Adams in the election. President Jackson destroyed the Bank of America for he refused to deposit the money in the bank, but deposited it in the state banks. The state banks grew richer, and the U.S. banks went out of existence. Abolitionist is a person against slavery. Protectionist is a person believes in high protective tariffs, and reformers are people to correct bad conditions in American life. Oberlin College was the first college to admit women on equal basis with men. Edgar Allan Poe wrote The Raven, Annabel Lee, and he also wrote mystery, detective, and short stories. Longfellow wrote Evangeline, Hiawatha, Courtship of Miles Standish, and Paul Revere. Greenleaf Whittier was a Quaker in Massachusetts, and he wrote nature poems. His famous nature poem is Snowbounds, and he is an abolitionist. Bryant wrote To a Waterfall and Forest Hymn. He was also a nature poet. The Industrial Revolution changes is when everyone sold own articles, and then the people had to leave their homes and work in factories. Whitney made the cotton gin, and he also taught an assembly line for a gun. Watt invented the steam engine that worked in 1769. Slater wrote the first cotton spinning mill in America in 1790, and Howe the first sewing machine in 1846. The growth of the cotton kingdom depended upon the cotton gin. Algebra.
Well, I'm thinking I'm going to reroute my trip. I wonder if anybody think I flipped if I went to L.A. by Omaha.
That was the
Thyroid. Location neck on both sides of larynx. Hormone thyroxine. Function controls rate of cell respiration and releases more energy. Parathyroid. Location on dorsal surface of thyroid. Hormone parathyroid hormone. Function keeps calcium dissolved in blood, controls calcium absorption and movement of bone calcium, regulates calcium metabolism in body tissues, bone, and blood. Adrenal cortex on top of kidney in a gland. Corticosteroids, cortin. Relieve certain conditions. Control metabolism of water, carbohydrates, fats, and amino acids. Control hair growth, development of connective tissue, sexual development. Adrenal medulla. In a gland on top of kidney. Adrenaline or adrenaline. Blank. Pancreas islands of Langerhans in abdomen. Insulin and glucagon. Raises blood sugar. Makes glucose available for insulin to work on. Stimulate inactive island cells to greater activity. Every sha-la-la-la, everyone. Pituitary anterior. In middle of head, under brain, anterior lobe. Every sha-la-la-la, everyone. Every sha-la-la-la, everyone. Happy birthday to you. Everybody likes it. Everybody likes it. Everybody likes it. Diet by cola. Everybody likes it. Diet by cola. Everybody likes it. Oh, that tastes so good. Eddie plus Jane, Laura plus Ken, Margie plus Michelle, and Eddie and Eugene. We are the Munchkins. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. The yellow brick road. Follow 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 the yellow brick. Orange, yellow. Follow the brown yellow road. Follow the red, follow the yellow brick road. 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 Once upon a time, there was these children, three of them, and they're taking a walk in the woods when all of a sudden it started storming. Hurry, they said. We're walking. They were walking, and they needed shelter. So they were running home. They took a shortcut. They found a haunted fort. Fort. And in the fort was a toilet. Just a hand sticking out of the toilet. So funny. There was a hand. With the cellar.
huge one. Oh, my farts are killing me. Oh man, I gotta fart. Shut up. Yeah, do it.
Anything?
What?
Anything on?
Oh no.
They were walking. They were walking. And then it began to rain. And there's a hot. They were walking. And they began to rain. And they found a haunted fort. And in the haunted fort was a toilet. There's a haunted toilet! And they went inside. And they pulled out the hand. And there was another. Excuse me. There was a spook. And there was a guy. And he blew for, and we all blew right to the moon. And they took a shortcut, and they found a haunted fort. And you know what was inside the haunted fort? You're wrong. There was a toilet.
Think we should put in the tape?
Mhm.
Yes or no?
Yeah, I guess.